Enchanté.
Hello lovelies, I'm Angela, this is Parisienne Farmgirl, bienvenue, welcome to the channel. I'm giddy, it's about 48 degrees. Friends, it is not even the last week of February. We still have a few more days to go here and the weather is magnificent. So I got my grubs on, I'm gonna go head outside and do some garden cleanup. But today we're laying tile. So let's start with this. I have satin and semi-gloss. This is my big decision. And if you stick around to the end of this video, I will show you what I picked and I'm going to do some serious stain trials. I'm gonna rub so much into one of these tiles and see how it holds up because we live really hard in this house. There's a lot of us, it's a farm, and there's a lot of cleanup that goes on every single day. So whatever I do to these tiles has to be able to withstand our daily activities. So we're gonna start to lay the tile, watch to the end. I'm going to show you which one I pick. Now, if you need help picking things in your own home, then I invite you to join my Old World Design Society. It's like having your very own interior design group of friends to help you every day with design challenges and opportunities to learn more about being your home's very best designer. Did you know Joanna Gaines doesn't have any professional interior design training? She's learned everything by developing her eye, and you can do the same. Right now, I'm offering a 1-month free trial of the society, so you will be able to participate every day. Every Monday, I issue a design challenge, and on Fridays, I go live for a coffee talk, and one time during that month, I do a live design Q&A call, so you can submit your questions to me with photographs and I will answer them personally. So check out the link in this video description, give it a try. So this is 1 month just for my YouTube viewers. Check it out, check the link in this video description. I know you're here because you love DIY and you love design, so I think this is the perfect place for you to be, my Old World Design Society. So I'm not gonna delay anymore. The wood floors are out in the boot room. It's time to lay some tile. First things first, get the hardy board in. That took a day or two, get it all sealed up and ready for me. Then I had to figure out how I was going to lay this tile. Now, Luga is the range. She is the focal piece of the kitchen, so I didn't want cuts of tile up against Luga. So I pushed them right up next to her, and then I thought, oh, I'll turn them and see what that looks like. After all, clothing looks fabulous when it's cut on the bias. Bias cut for the win. I love the way it looks. I just sort of eyeballed it then and backed towards the threshold because the threshold is where I'm going to begin. They say when you tile, you should start in the middle of the room. Well, the threshold is the middle between the boot room and the kitchen. So I thought I would start there and work back towards the garage. I got it all lined up right where I needed to start and just sort of spaced them with a pencil for now until I sent Joel to the hardware store for actual spacers. Everything lined up perfectly and I was ready to begin. I've been cooking and cleaning and moving furniture and getting ready for this, and it was finally my time to do something. Now, speaking of cooking and cleaning and getting ready to do this, I've been trying to be really organized to stay on top of things. So posting the menu so people know what to expect, making food for the freezer, trying to always stay a little bit ahead because this is a huge project and it's not like I have extra hours in the day. Okay. I got stuff everywhere. I got knee pads. got a microphone dangling from the phone. I'm gonna film with my phone today instead of my big camera because that's easier. Let's bring you down here. It is time to begin. I don't know if you can hear that, but my door vibrates in the wind. It's a very funny sound. It's time to begin. If you are someone who cannot adapt and be free-flowing, then I do not suggest handmade terracotta tile. Each one is a little different. I am going to use 1/4 inch spacers, but as you will see as this project goes, sometimes I'm just going to have to eyeball it because they're literally different sizes, which is awesome. I want it to look old and imperfect. And so if that would be a challenge for you, then don't do this. Don't do what I do. Just buy something new and shiny and machine cut. So here we go. I'm going to start in the threshold between the boot room and the kitchen, and I'm going to go that way. And so this sink, which we use to wash dishes, will not be available. I won't be able to get to the gym. We'll have to use the front door instead of the side door here. It's going to be quite a process, but I've got my mortar mixed and I'm ready to start. Naturally, one of the first tiles I lay down is one of the big ones. I don't think I want to take it out. So I got to figure out how I'm going to keep this straight. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. So I got to figure out how I'm going to keep it straight and like the lines going straight and accommodate the different size tiles. So I think I'm going to do that by really focusing on the top point of each tile and making sure that it's in the trough, lines up with the trough of the tile above it. So I've only tiled 2 things before, ever. I hope my mic is on. Is my mic on? I've only tiled 2 things before. I've tiled, and I think I showed you one of them, the upstairs bathroom, which was that little tiny Victorian looking tile. And then the first project I did though was down here in the downstairs bathroom, and that was a B, but I'm super proud of it. That was herringbone, marble herringbone, and I have this janky old tile cutter, and so it was like I'd run that marble through, and then at the end it would go psst, it would like splinter, and the room isn't square, so that was fun, but it came out good. I am proud of it, seeing as it's my first time tiling it. Thankfully we have floating toilets, which, like, if you're doing a new build, may I just suggest floating toilets. They are amazing. I'm super sad that I can't have one in my upstairs bathroom that many of you have asked, and we are still working on occasionally, but this definitely takes precedence. The thing that has slowed me down upstairs is that I'm ordering tile for behind my cool sink from England, and it's gonna take a couple months to make, and it's not cheap. So I'm just saving for it. And that's kind of the, sorry, is that too loud with my mic? That's kind of the hold up upstairs. And I'm just really keen to get this done. Now knowing that that's gonna take a few months for them to make and the price. So I'd rather have this done for gardening season, like just have this clean, fabulous surface finished for when I head out to the garden. So, all right, I'm gonna quit talking because I can work more effectively and try to make some progress here. So Joel just took a kiddo to a rehearsal, and then she's got a jazz band competition in a few hours, and I'm really hoping parents are allowed because I would love to see that. Okay, I'm gonna keep working. Okay, it's day 2, and like I was saying yesterday, each one is a different size, so I really just have to keep wrapping my head around this idea of what I want. I don't want perfection. I'm not going to get perfection. Each one is so different, and so the best case scenario is I've got a 1/4 inch grout line. Every once in a while it's like a half, 3/8, 3/4, you never know. But that's when you get when an imperfect person makes a tile by hand and then an imperfect person lays the tile. I love it. Humanity. I've got Juju in the greenhouse ruthlessly pruning my fuchsia. I had it in the sun. It got way too woody and leggy, and I'm really pleased it overwintered fabulously, but now we're just gonna like lop it off and start fresh. And I'm gonna keep going here. I'm ready to lay a few more right there. Let's see, where's my bucket? Crud. Some of this got a little dry. Yikes. While I was showing Juju where I wanted him to prune. Oh, I think that's gonna be okay. So great news. Amelie's jazz band did really well, and they're going to state, so that's super exciting. Tonight's schedule is just as busy. So we did school this morning. The menu is, as usual, proving to be very handy. I talked about that in a video last week, ways that I stay sane and organized. And so having a menu and having pre-made food right now, like making it at night for the next day, has been really helpful, even just at the beginning of this project. Tonight, kids have karate and I have trivia. I'm a trivia nerd. I don't think I've ever told you that before. We are reigning champs. We've been playing all winter and I hope we kick butt again tonight. I'm a little nervous. I don't know how long this streak can go on, but I'm gonna work for a few more hours here, plant a few more things in the greenhouse. I know you're wondering why I have paintbrushes in my hair, because anytime I need to pause and have Joel cut a tile or mix more goop for me, I can mix the goop, but I don't want to. Then I run in and I paint some more of my Monet tile, dry the brushes off and stick them back in my head so I don't lose them with everything that's going on. I went to see my grandma for the weekend. I told you I had to go out of town unexpectedly. And while she was napping and resting, I was working on my tile, doing like step 1. And so now I'm doing the step 2 in between this project. So we're making headway with that project, making headway with this project.
This has been a long day. It's over. We went to trivia. We dominated. Big story there. Maybe I'll share that story on the podcast, but I'm so proud. We have one more week and we have won all but 1 week, all winter long. Super cool. So I've got semi-gloss and satin, and I have to decide which one I want to use. Now, actually, I wrote them down wrong, so don't pay attention. This one's actually the satin, and the satin is the semi-gloss. And I let them dry overnight after going to a friend's house to pick up my daughter. And now it is the next day, and I'm going to put them to the stain test because I have to know if this product is going to help these tile hold up for our families. So I thought, what's worse than wine and grenadine? And I don't know, how about some coffee grounds? Because goodness knows, in front of the espresso machine is going to take a beating. Let's see how they do with 3 coats of the semi-gloss. I was really impressed. It washed right off. Now we're going to try sriracha. We're going to try some soy sauce. Like, I was going to the cooler and just trying to pull out anything that would be catastrophic if it fell on the floor during dinner prep one night, because it's going to happen. And sure enough, the sriracha and the soy sauce came off, and I didn't really even let these cure the way they should. This was just coat after coat, and one night of drying, I ran out to the garden and I got some mud and really pushed it in there, ground it in there. This is the big test. Now, I knew this wasn't going to just come flying right off, but I wanted to see if it was going to fall in all the nooks and crannies, or if I'm down scrubbing my floors, if the dirt's actually going to come off. Et voila, clean tile.
So as you can see, I went with the semi-gloss. I really like it. I like the shine. You know, I'm always complaining about how dark my kitchen is. This one was a little bit too milky, the satin, and I like the shine of the semi-gloss. And it withstood grenadine and wine and garden dirt ground in, coffee grounds. I tried to find a blackberry in the freezer, but we didn't have any. My kids are forever dropping berries on the floor. But I think if it can hold up to everything you saw me just do to this tile, it's semi-gloss for the win. I'll list the product that I'm using down in this video description. I got it from Green Builder's Supply, and I chose it because, of course, I'm concerned about off-gassing. I don't want to bring a lot of toxins into a place where people are walking around barefoot, and where we live most of our daily life here in the house. Thank you so much for being here today. If you want to read a little bit more about how we're doing this project, you can check out today's blog post. There's always a blog post that corresponds with the videos. Watch another video. Make sure you've subscribed. Turn on the bell so you get notifications every Friday and Monday when we drop a new video. And I will see you all again very soon. A bientôt.